good. All right. Yeah, it's on. It's on your face.
It's on for real?
Yeah.
Can you even see the screen?
Yeah, you can.
Let me brighten it up.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man,
think it lagged a little bit. I didn't think that was right.
that's the brightest it gets.
Yeah.
All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. Every week, they prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. You know, they call America, also known as Babylon in the scriptures, also known as spiritual Egypt. You know, spiritual Nineveh. All right. And the Lord has a judgment for this place. But before we give the message in the spirit today, we want to give praises to the Most High and His Son in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashawan Kodash, and honors to our elders that are paving the way in this truth. All right, at GMS. So again, we're going to say Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. All right, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, and shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth, man. Somebody get Jeremiah 50, we start from there. You got a lot of prophecies kicking off. A lot of events happening in the world, you know, and also a lot of affliction and persecution that's going to be coming towards the Akim and the believers that are in this truth, all right, at the same time. We're going to start from one, just vibing for a minute. But then you got all hell breaking loose out there in the Middle East. Now there's talks of, what's going to happen now? Now there's talks of China sending over Navy ships over there to the Middle East today, over there to Gaza. And then you got America sending over ships and aircraft carriers, nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, submarines, with nukes on them, preparing for what? Armageddon and World War III. All right? So somebody get that, Jeremiah 50, and also let's get the least of them should draw them out.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 1.
Right.
The word that the Lord spake against Babylon, it's the right one, right? The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet.
Right. So, yep. So today, America is spiritually Babylon. All right. Somebody get that? What's that? Revelations? Where it say mystery Babylon? 17? Yeah, let's get that real quick. In the land of the Chaldeans, that was called ancient Babylon, which was established by a guy named Nebuchadnezzar in 627 BC. He brought together the Syrian nations, which is known as Aramaeans. He brought together a lot of the people of the Levant, or what you would call the Hamite Nubian nations, and formed something called the Chaldeans, or what you would call northern and southern Chaldea, known as Babylon. But today, and it was known as a place of traffic, meaning business. All right. So today, spiritually, America is that place. Go ahead, brother.
Revelation 17.
Yeah.
It's Revelation 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots.
Right, you can look at Mystery Babylon the Great as a hot plate that all you people are walking around on. All right, and the Lord about to turn up the heat. Okay, that's America. Mystery Babylon, it's a mystery. And who can understand that mystery? He said the mystery to the prophets. Somebody know what that's at? He showed up his mysteries to the servants. That's right, it's a mystery. Yep, secrets, right? That's right, man. Somebody get Revelation 10 and 7 too. And somebody got the other one? So secret to the service of prophets.
I got 10 to 7.
Revelation 10 and 7. Right after that, I need the show of his secret to the servants of prophets.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 7. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Right, so we're in that time where the Lord has revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets. Why? So they can prophesy. Okay, and speak. The word prophesy means to speak before. All right, and it's a secret, meaning what? It allows the opportunity for the Lord to show up as a thief in the night, catching these people unexpectedly. All right, they have no idea what's going on. So it's a mystery, and it's spoken because the scriptures are spoken in what? In parable. All right. Go ahead, brother. Yep, the mystery.
This is Revelation chapter 10, verse 7. But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound,
Right, we're in that time. Go ahead.
the mystery of God should be finished.
Right, see, it's a mystery, but when that trumpet, that last trumpet sounds, when the missiles hit, it's going to be known that this was the mystery Babylon spoken of in the scriptures. Revelation 17, Revelation 18. All right. Go ahead, a little bit more on that, maybe. Let's keep going. Why not?
As he had declared to his servants, the prophets.
Whoa. Ooh, that's the spirit, right? As he has declared to his servants, the prophets. Man, that go hand in hand. All right. Somebody else holding one more?
Revelation 17. Going back there.
I think so, maybe. Right. It was one more. Somebody was to hold.
Jeremiah 51, 45.
Yep. I think that's what it was.
I got
Yeah.
50 and 45. Lisa them to draw them out.
Yeah, there you go. That one. Yeah. there you go.
Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans.
See, we just said that. The Lord has a purpose against this place, man. He has a sacrifice in Basra. Go ahead.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Right, so you're seeing the least of the flock drawing these major nations into a cold or world war right in front of your face. All right, you're seeing that. You're seeing Russia, China. They're being brought into the war because of what? Iran. All right, and and also those other nations like Lebanon or Jordan or Syria that surround the land of Israel and Palestine. All right, so they're going over there. America sent their ships over there to try to defend Israel from any attacks from Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and the other countries. All right, but all these other countries are forming something called what's it called? A Black Flag Army, a army of mourning, where they all gonna mourn together, called the Muslim Brotherhood, all around the world, man.
Damn.
All right, so that's what they're forcing. They're causing their own demise, pushing that stone up the hill to roll back on themselves. All right, digging a ditch for another is ultimately going to be a ditch for themselves. Yep, go ahead, brother.
It's Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter.
There you go. So the Lord has delivered all their armies to the slaughter. What's that? The battle of Armageddon, Armageddon in the Hebrew, which means the gathering of troops. This is what the Lord has sent all their armies off, especially since World War II. All right, when all those Middle Eastern, the Muslim nations were all together, and the Lord sent Russia and America over there to break up those armies in China, to build different allies, you know. But now he said what? He delivered all their armies to the slaughter. And the slaughter ultimately is going to be when Yahweh Shah meets their armies to destroy them, according to 2 Ezra 13. All right, so they're going over there to get slaughtered, man. He said their stink shall come up. All right, what's that? Ecclesiastes 10 and 8. That's right, man.
Bring it up.
Yep, and Psalm 7 and 15.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 8.
Yep.
He that diggeth the pit shall fall into it.
Right, so they digging a pit. And what is Esau blessed with? The sword. To steal, kill, and destroy, setting traps. That's what they call them, the what? The snare of the fowler. And they're setting the trap. See, in the ancient times, they would also dig a ditch so you could fall into it. That was a trap. All right. So the one that is the hunter, they're going to be hunted. The Lord says, since they have not hated blood, blood shall pursue them. We got one, Gabar real quick, or you want to wait?
The Psalms.
Okay, right after this. Go ahead, bro. The water. Go ahead.
And whoso breaketh a hedge, a serpent shall bite him.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Gabar.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 7 and verse 15. He made a pit and digged it, and it's fallen into the ditch which he made.
There you go. So going all the way back to World War II when it came out with the ICBM missiles, the whole nuclear technology, paying for all these Teamanites, these Germans to come over here and build up their technology. Force every move they make, they're forcing these nations to compete. If they get nuclear weapons, it forces a arms race. All right. So now they're doing a technical arms race and an economic war. All right. So somebody else reading Jeremiah 50.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 1 from the top. The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by the prophet Jeremiah.
Yeah, that's right, man, because it was a prophecy that was going to ring out and carry out through time, man. Not just on ancient Babylon that fell in 540 BC, but this new modern Babylon, man, spiritual Babylon. All right? It's spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt and also Babylon. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 2, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not.
That's right. So we declaring this among the nations, and it's been published in this word, and we making it published, which goes into the word public, and we're publishing it on the internet. All right? And in the minds of these people. Go ahead, brother.
Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded.
That's right. So yeah, all these idols that they worship here, all these idols that was established going back during the times of the ancient Babylon and ancient Assyria, they're all here today. They got that same spirit. All right. It says what? Baal is confounded. The Lord had already destroyed the people that worship Baal. All right. And he said Marduk. That's the same one that the Lord destroyed. They use that symbol as a lion on their walls. The walls of Babylon. All right. Dealing with Esther and all that. Or Easter. What do they call it? What's her name? Ishtar. Right? Ishtar. The Ishtar gates. They call it the Ishtar gates. And they got lions painted on it. And they use that as a symbol of their idol Marduk. All right. So it was a battle during that time of the Assyrians, whether they were going to worship Marduk or worship Baal or Nebu. Why would you get Nebuchadnezzar? Go ahead. So they've been confounded already. So the Lord going to confound these idols again and the people that worship them. All right, go ahead.
Marduk is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces.
That's right, man. Go ahead. We rocking. Yeah.
Verse 3, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate.
Right. And what out of the north at that time, it was talking about Cyrus the Great and Gobarias, who was also, what was he, an Assyrian? No, a Mede. Mede. All right. They speak about him in the Bell and the Dragon. All right, the son of Astyages. So you had a nation coming from the north at that time. It was Cyrus the Great setting up his army to come from the north and go through the land that they use for war today. The same area they're going to use for war today, which is called Jehoshaphat. All right. So today they coming from the north. Who would it be? Russia. All right, go ahead, brother.
Verse 3 again, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein.
Right, because they use, what was it called? What's that river called? Euphrates. They used the Euphrates River to go into Babylon. That was when it dried up around that time too, in the ancient times. And when it dried up around that time, they used it to cross into Babylon. All right, so it's full of water now, and now it's drying up again, making way for the kings of the east once again to have battle on that same land. Go ahead up. But they coming from the north this time into America.
They shall depart both man and beast, and in those days And in that time, said the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and their children of Judah together, going and weeping, and they shall go and seek the Lord their power.
Right, so that's happening again. That already happened. 538 BC when Cyrus the Great put out a decree for us to come back into our land. All right, so now the Lord has gave a decree that we're going to be taken back into our land, man. And the trumpets are blowing, and the signs are being shown, and the gates are open for us to walk through. Go ahead, brother. Keep going with that power. Let's go.
Verse 5, and they shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
Right. So the elect are joining unto the Lord. Let's get that. Isaiah, what's that? 14? Isaiah 14?
And 14 and 1.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1.
Right. And Ezekiel 37, we're being joined unto the Lord. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them.
There you go, the strangers, man. That's talking about Israelites that are joining to one another. All right. Once the elect wake up and the rest of Israel wakes up and we join one to another. All right. Go ahead.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Yep.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
So this is about to happen, man. These heathens are going to be our possessions in the kingdom, man. All right. That was it on that. I'll go back.
You said initial take them captives.
No, don't worry about that right now. Somebody else had something? It was holding.
Ezekiel 37.
Yep. Ezekiel 37. We say join bone unto his bone.
It's Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which is full of bones.
Yep. Full of bones, meaning full of Israelites. All right. Just like today, we in the valley of America, which is full of bones. Somebody get that? Psalms 23. All right. This is talking about America. America's a valley. It's nothing but a desert, man. All right. So the valley that was full of bones is today Israel. Somebody get Revelation 11.
Verse 7.
Verse 7. Yeah, you can skip down. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Psalm 23.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 23, starting at verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures.
Right. He has made us to lie down in green pastures, not these rotten and poisonous trees, man. But trees and fruit, the wisdom that can actually heal our nation. All right, green leaves from the tree, according to Revelations 22. Go ahead.
He leadeth me beside the still waters.
Right, so he has led us beside the still waters, man, not chaos. Go ahead, brother.
He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
Yep.
Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Right, so America is that valley of the shadow of death, man. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
I will fear no evil.
See, as we're walking through this place, we fear no evil. Why?
For thou art with me.
Because the Lord is with us, man. Even though we can't see him, even though we can't see the kingdom yet, we know the Lord is with us through his word, through his promise. Go ahead, brother.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Right, thy word and thy spirit, man. It comforts us. All right? That's our comforter. That's our strength. All right, go ahead, brother.
Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
Right, so this is a table that we can eat from, man. Like on Peter Pan, they had that invisible food people was eating. They said you gotta have imagination. That's why he said, the Lord said we gotta have a childlike heart to be able to see this, man. Can't be stuck in our ways, stiff-minded, dry, old bones, old bottles. The Lord said we gotta dump out the bottle and have that imagination, that open mind again. All right? To be able to see what's not there. Build it and they shall come. Go ahead, brother.
And you have right now what's happening is everybody's preparing the table for something because you see a shift. You're seeing a shift in the universe. That's why everybody's trying to seek refuge in some place or in something. Some people are seeking refuge in the money. Some people are seeking refuge in America. Some people are seeking refuge in Jesus. but the elect are going to sit at the table with Yahweh Shai and seek refuge because that table is being prepared for them, but everybody else's table is being made for them a snare.
Yep, and they're preparing tables for these idols
Huh.
that the Lord already destroyed. He already confounded their idols, man. And these people still serving and hiding up under those trees like Adam tried to do.
Precept.
Hiding up under these nations and these customs and these idols. Go ahead, you called out first and then you got it.
Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right.
And the 2/3 of our people, they trust in vanity. They trust in, like the elder said, idols that have already been thrown down, disproven, this, that, and the third. They want to believe in lies.
Right.
But the true men, women, the servants of the Lord, they're going to believe in the true gospel of the Most High Power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right, and we're going to wait on them. And we're going to trust that the Lord is going to be there like he delivered Moses at the Red Sea. You know, he walked up to that whole body of water as a challenge. You know, you leading the people, you know, and then you got to make a choice. Are you going to walk through? You're going to trust the Lord's word that is going to move out of your way? He's going to move this mountain out of your way? All right. So as we keep walking down this path, we know that the Lord is going to part everything out of our way eventually. But right now, it seems like a lot is against us.
All right, this is Second Thessalonians.
No, that was my fault. That was my fault. Real quick. Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalms chapter 9, verse 9. Back up the bishop for what he was speaking on earlier, that 2/3 of our people and also these heathen are seeking refuge in every place but the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, this is Psalms 9 and 9. It says, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble, and they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, has not forsaken them that seek thee. So come, man, and we're going to put our trust and refuge in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. So in our time of trouble, in our time of tribulation, we're going to call upon him, all right? Proverbs 18:10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe, man. So it differentiates what the righteous and what the unrighteous is going to do in our time of calamity, man. All right, we're going to seek refuge within the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
All right. Yep, because they said it the other day on the news that if you're in America, they have no help coming. All these nations are going to turn their back. They have nobody that can show up and help. America usually the one that show up and help.
Right. Because it's been false help, though.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
bullshit help. And hope deferred is abomination of the Most High. So Americans have been doing abominable things all the way from the front to the end.
Yeah, yep. So, go ahead, bro.
And that's what they were doing in Syria. All these other nations, they was pulling their citizens out. America was telling their people to shelter in place and do all this. We can't get you right now.
or you got to pay some money if you want to leave.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But they got some people saying that. I saw that. She was saying she couldn't leave. But yeah, go ahead. Then we'll get back to Jeremiah 50.
Okay. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:11. And for this cause, Yahweh shall send them strong delusion that they shall believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. So that's why, you know, they're going to be turned over and given unto idols, man. They're going to seek refuge in falsehood because the Lord has given them that strong delusion that they should believe a lie and not receive the love of the truth because they weren't chosen. Only the elect of Israel were chosen. That's why Yahweh Shai told the woman by the well, you worship, you know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. And of Israel, it's only the elect that are going to reach salvation. All right, so everybody else is blinded, and they're going to be caught up with everything that's in this world, because that's where their mindset is, in this world. But the elect, their mindset is in the heavens.
Right. Bring yours out real quick, and we'll get back to it.
This is Psalm 124:6. Blessed be the Lord, who have not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers, and the snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. And that's the thing. We know our help comes from. It comes from the Most High Power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. 2/3 of our people, they'll call out on all these false names, whether it be Jesus, whether it be Yahweh, whoever, and their hope is in vanity. It's doing them no good. But the Lord got a cluster of grace that he reserved for himself to not partake of the judgment that's coming to this world. And y'all right, that's all we part of that number.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bring it up.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
See that? See the shepherds. Their shepherds are the ones following these idols. All right. Their shepherds are the ones in these churches, these mosques, you know, these Catholic churches as well, these Masonic temples, you know, Egyptian temples, these schools, these universities. Those are temples. They got a school in Philly named Temple. You know what I'm saying? I got you. So, you know, so what? Read that again, brother.
It says, my people have been lost sheep.
Right. So we said the Lord said we were going to discontinue from our way. And then in Revelations chapter 11, our people were what? Spiritually dead. You know? And they were lost sheep. But go ahead.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains.
Right. Blind leaders of the blind. Turn them away. And every government that we're in, or any country we're in where Israelites are scattered, there's somebody there to steer us the wrong way. There's somebody there that's believing a lie. Yep, and wind up being teachers of those lies. Go ahead, Doc.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lie in wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap, they catch men.
Yep.
As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they have become great and waxen rich. And that's going to those false leaders right there that prey on the sickness of our people, continually causing them to go astray or go away from the Lord to get even more sicker. They're not in it to heal our people. They want our people to stay sick so they can get rich off it, just like the whole pharma situation. So they're spiritually deceiving the people and causing them to go astray from Yahweh.
Yep. And these schools too. They're teaching the Rockefeller doctrine.
Right.
Yep. And the Jesuit doctrine, man. That's what they're teaching in these schools, man. Get money. Build up America. Build up Babylon. When the Lord is aiming to destroy this place. Go ahead, Doc. Brock.
Jeremiah 50 and verse 6. They have gone from mountain to hill.
Right, so our people have been going from different places, you know, seeking help, seeking refuge from these wicked people, man. I'm going over here, Passport Bros. I'm out, man. I'm going to Africa. You got Brandon T. Jackass going over there. Talking about he's starting over in Africa. He's gonna do the same wicked stuff over there he did over here. You got silly ass. I forgot that rapper name that be protesting all the black rights and all that. No, he a rapper. He an old rapper from New York. Big nose dude, man.
KRS-One.
Not him. He don't rap though no more. My son.
Yeah, he like a political.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry, man. But yeah. My son, he like a political dude, but yesterday he out there protesting and marching with the Palestinians.
Fuck, man.
He was like, free Palestine. Then they was like, free bags and everything. He was like, he didn't know what to say. Because that's not our people, man. They speaking a totally different language. They could be worshiping their idols right there, saying, we are the terrorists. Who don't know? Saying it, yeah, I didn't want to say that, you know. Yeah. But, yeah, he out there marching, standing with him, looking in the camera. Like, he like a fool, man. Floyd Mayweather running over there, taking care of those Israelis. But not taking care of his own people. See that? They going, what? Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 6. They have forgotten their resting place.
Yeah, they've forgotten their resting place, you know? That's right.
Verse 7, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice.
A little louder, brother? Yep.
It says, verse 7, all that found them have devoured them,
yep.
And their adversary said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord.
See that? So they think they can beat up on us just because our people went off. That's why you got people like Vocab. What do they teach? That the Lord got rid of us and he took in the Gentiles, the heathens. See that? So they still believe that. What do they teach? The Mormons. Thank you, brother. Joseph Smith. They try to say we're the Hamites. We curse or something, man. Right? So they're teaching that. All right. So they think they're gonna get the blessing now of the kingdom. That's why Esau he sought it carefully with tears. You know, but your blessing is over. The power of the panther is being stripped from you.
One and done.
One and done. Go ahead, wrap it up, B.
We need to put the wrap it up music on it.
Wrap it up, B. Yep. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the inhabitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
Right. So even those Palestinians doing that. See, you want to stand with them, which I have no, of course we against oppression if it's not righteous. So in the kingdom, this is why those nations going to get some form of living. They want to free Palestine. They're not going to get that, but they are going to have some form of freedom after 1,000 years, after getting 1,000 foots up their ass.
and really nobody understands what freedom is.
Yeah, they want to be free to be wicked.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And oppress us. See, my people like my son standing with them talking about freedom, but you don't know about the what they call them, Abils. It's something like that. It's like a weird name with 2 E's in it, and it means slaves. It means slaves, and they call it the Afro-Palestinians, and the Arabs call them slaves. Still to this day, they have debates whether they should call us slaves or not. Don't call them slaves. They are our Muslim brothers and all that. The fact that they even discussing that, Go ahead, brother. So that shows, man, we shouldn't be standing with them. All right, we should stand with our people. Ezekiel 37. Go ahead.
Verse 8, Jeremiah chapter 50. Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans.
Right, that don't mean take your silly ass over there to the land of Israel. That means what? Get your mind out of this place. Flee from the shadow of this place. That's how you know that land of the Chaldeans is the same one talking about Psalms 23. All right, the valley, the shadow of death. That's America. Go ahead.
And be as the he-goats before the flocks.
Yeah, be as the he-goats before the flocks. What's that? The leader. Be an example before the flock. All right, that's the he-goat. They usually lead the flock. So stand up and lead the charge. All right, go ahead.
Verse 9, for lo,
yep.
I will raise and cause to come, Salakia. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations.
Look at that. We're seeing that right now. The Lord is causing that. For all these assemblies, they're being assembled together like Voltron. Go ahead.
For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her from thence.
Right. So in the ancient times, that was talking about what? Cyrus the Great, the Medes, what's that? Lydia and Persia. Spoken of in Daniel 7, all those nations that were allies with Babylon originally, they became allies with Cyrus the Great. So now all those nations that were allies with America, they became allies with Russia now. So and they're forcing America and Israel to fight battles on multiple fronts. The same way Babylon had to fight battles on multiple fronts. It caused them to stand upon their feet. All right, so it's causing America to stand upon his feet, looking in every direction. Go ahead.
From thence she shall be taken.
So once we see these nations fully assembled, once we see the Most High put that period at the end of bricks, that's it. What's up?
15%.
15%.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it said 15.
You sure?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, dang. I just had full battery. All right. Go ahead.
I got 39%.
All right. Not yet.
I'll let you know when I get to 5.
All right, this is chapter 14, verse 9.
I got my tablet too. We might use that.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Right. So hell from beneath is moved for thee. So the Lord stirring it up. He musters the host of the battle. All right. Go ahead.
All right, it says, it stirs up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
So all the kings of the nations are being raised up. The Persians, Iran, you know, China. Look at China going over there, sending their ships out there now.
They just dumped 23.1 billion more of U.S. currency yesterday.
Damn, see? So they're all raising up, you know, and they're coming together. Right? So the least of them, the least among them are drawing the bigger nations out. All right, and this shows you that's the Most High's will. Because other than that, Revelation 7, real quick, somebody. It's called divine intervention.
Revelation 7:1. After these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth.
Right, so who controlling the destruction? That's right. So who controlling the angels? The Most High. All right, so who is the Lord using to control the destruction? The angels. All right, go ahead.
Holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Right, so that means north, east, west, and south. All the destruction around the world is only happening because the Most High wants it to. That's why it's heating up. That's why things are kindling and the fire is getting bigger and the nations are coming together. The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible. All right, go ahead.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Right.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their forehead.
There you go. That's called what? Multitasking. That's what the Most High doing. All right, moving all different things at the same time. All right, the same way the Lord was dealing with Tobit during the time when he was also dealing with Hezekiah when he killed Sennacherib, and it helped out 2 birds with 1 stone.
And also when the angel came to Daniel and said, now he must go help the Grecians fight against the Persians.
Yep.
Right, and it was the Lord in the midst of all that, because he sent the Lord sent the angel to talk to Daniel, and or was it the other way around? However it was, but clearly in Daniel chapter 10 it shows the intervention of Yahweh by Shem Shai.
Yeah, that was Yahweh. That was Yahweh talking to him.
At the river, right?
Yep, at the river. Yeah, Daniel 10 was Yahweh talking to him. Yep. So where was we at?
Book of Jeremiah chapter 50 in verse 9 from the top. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
There you go, man. So when they begin to shoot them missiles, none of them gonna return in vain. All right, is there more of that?
Verse 10, and Chaldea shall be a spoil, all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord.
All right, so that's the goal. All these nations gonna spoil this place, man, real soon. All right, let me get this real quick. Let's get Jeremiah, Joel 3 and 4.
Still want Ezekiel 37.
Yeah, I've been waiting on that, brother.
This is
Joel first.
No, actually, let's move on. Okay. Yep.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 4.
Go up to 1.
Gone. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Right, so now we're in the time where the Lord is bringing again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. People starting to think about it, like, yo, this is stuff of prophecy. This is, you see it on the news. They were saying, is this biblical prophecy happening? So he's bringing again the captivity of our people. They're starting to think about it, like, yo, are they the real Jews or not? Go ahead.
Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right, multitasking. So he said he's also going to gather the nations at the same time when he's ready to deliver us. And he's going to bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat which is over there by the Persian Gulf. All right, go ahead.
And will plead with
In
them
the Valley of Kidron. Actually, though, you might as well just say the whole Middle East, because that's where they all gathering at right now. Right?
and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
And that word plead means to judge. So he's going to judge them there for his people, man. So Yahweh Shai is going to meet them over there. And he's going to cause them to be put to death, like the brother Daniel Allah just read.
So imagine the faces of them dummies over there protesting with them when Yahweh Shai show up.
Right. Yep. So he said he delivered all their armies to the slaughter. All right. So he gonna judge them there, man.
Keep it going?
Yep.
Come
So the Lord not with those Palestinians. The Lord not dealing. He gonna free them so they can continue in their idolatry. Bel, what was that? Marduk, worshiping all these idols. Saturn. They both worshiping Saturn. The fake Jews and the Palestinians. The Muslims deal with the cobblestone, and the Khazars, they deal with the cobblestone with the little block on their forehead that they say they put the phylacteries in. They never said to wear that black cube on their forehead and the black hats, banging their head on their Herodian wall. Go ahead out.
Tower of Antonia.
Yeah, the Tower of Antonia.
This is Isaiah 14 and 29. It says, "Rejoice not, thou whole Palestina,
There you go.
because of the rod of him that smote thee is broken. For out of the serpent's root shall come forth a cockatrice, and the fruit shall be a fiery flying serpent."
There you go.
So even though
Missiles.
the Lord's gonna judge Amalek over there, but the Palestinians need not to rejoice, because the Lord's gonna send missiles over to that place, just like he's gonna send missiles to America. Not as many, but he's gonna level that place out. But these nations are gonna rebuild it, right? Back to our specifications. All right, but America's just gonna be totally level. It ain't gonna be inhabited ever again.
Cool. That's right, man. That's why the missiles flying, tearing that place apart over there.
And real quick, I have a reseller that lives over there in Israel, and he was showing us pictures of his neighborhood of like all the bombings going on. Like that stuff that's in the news, that ain't fake news, man. They is really going ham over there, man. They going hammer time over there for real. And he lives in like an upper, like, he's a rich guy. He lives in a rich neighborhood. And he's showing me like kids is laid out in the middle of the streets all kinds.
Yeah, seeing the protesters in the street in America should show you the pain that's going on over there, man. And it's all part of Albert Pike's plan from 1871 to divide the nation, to divide Israel against the Muslim nations. All right, to bring division. So you got these idiots over here in America, Floyd Mayweather choosing one side, and you got other Jakes choosing another side, just like Democrat and Republican. All right, go ahead, bro. This is a distraction.
Second Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1.
Yeah.
He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made."
Right, the Most High, the truth, the Godfather is visiting the earth. And his name is Yahweh. That's right, man, the Godfather.
Yahweh Corleone.
That's right, Yahweh Corleone. He's visiting the earth, man. And our people don't even care. They're going to be blindsided by it. Go ahead.
Verse 3, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest."
And towards the middle of that, the elders made a key point. These people are going to be blindsided. Let's think about the prayer that King David did, and that Paul was speaking about in Romans chapter 11. Let their table be made a snare, that they will bend down their back down always. So there are people that chose to worship these idols, right? They're going to stay in that mindset all the way to the end. And the end for them is them sitting there being scorched by these missiles And the Lord leaving that spirit there until the body is fully consumed. Then he ain't pulling it away. Once that body is fully consumed by that fire, then those spirits will go into the heavens, man. The Lord's going to leave them there to melt. Right? The Lord's going to leave them blinded. It's a judgment on the whole earth. Everybody that chose not Yahweh Shem Yahushua as their refuge chose his wrath, not his mercy. Or it was chosen for them.
Yeah. Yeah, they got bombs that can make them not even feel it while they're getting scorched until the last second.
Damn.
And that goes to scripture where it say they're gonna be looking at each other. They're gonna be seeing each other's eyes on fire and shit. The first thing burned on the body is the organs. Oh, you have one.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 5, and verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light?
That's those Palestinians and them fake Jews. They calling on God to come down and all that. And, they say Allah and shit. You know, and the Khazars, I hate saying fake Jews, you know, just them, the Khazars. You know, they calling on, they don't even believe in the Messiah coming back. They believe he already got him. So a little demon walking around with a black hat out there in Israel, in our land. Tel Aviv, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the scriptures say when Yahushua returns, the world shall study war no more. So he's a nobody over there. That's over there right now.
And it's been nothing but confusion ever since they've occupied that land.
Ever since his ass showed up.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Somebody reading Joel. Debar.
It's back at the book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 2.
Yeah.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Right, so those Palestinians had a part in scattering us. They want to talk about freedom, but what about our freedom? Our people here, anybody say freedom, they want to join with them quick. You know what I'm saying? The bandwagon. Like maybe they'll hear us now. No, Esau still ain't listening. And the Bible say that there's gonna be a cry for wine in the streets, man. But they're crying out to a corporation. Why do you think they call it a corporation? To where it's a group of people that have an establishment, so you can't point the finger at one person. You pointing at a machine. That's what they call it, rage against the machine. So these people crying out to a machine to give them rights and justice. It ain't gonna happen. You know? So what they call Hamas, they said the other day, they were like, yo, they'll release all the hostages if Israel would just stop their aggression. This damn devil said to them, so basically, wait, I want to get this clear. So you're saying you're going to let all the hostages go if Israel stops its aggression. So you're basically saying you're not going to get rid of the hostages. Like, he's a damn devil, man.
Wow.
Yo, buddy gasped on the phone. He's like, oh my goodness. He said, yeah, right. It's like he's
Beg to differ.
Hey,
beg to differ.
as a matter of fact, that was kind of sort of similar negotiations that Putin had with the whole Ukraine thing.
Yeah.
Like they'll pull back if NATO stops moving east.
And then what they do? Kept moving east.
Kept moving east.
So it's an agenda. It's called a depopulation agenda. It's the next stage, man. They already went through phase 1. Now you don't even barely hear about it. You know, after the lockdowns. Now they're going to phase 2. And a lot of these people silly asses they're gonna send over there to war.
Yep.
From 18 to 27, I think it was. You know, the age, they're gonna send them to war. And they said what? Transgenders going. The Transformers, I mean, they going. Yeah, the women, they said they want equal rights. Well, you're gonna be equal out there on the battlefield. All right. Yeah, keep this, you know. But you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be equal on the battlefield. All right. Hey, you can get that ready too, Art. You Joe? Yep. All right, go ahead, brother.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot.
Right. So those Palestinians over there, they had a part in our slavery. So we crying for them with their freedom, but what about our freedom? What about the transatlantic slave trade, which was the Arab slave trade? Not even talking about the transatlantic slave trade. That was Esau. But the Arabs had us in slavery. They're the ones that started what you would call slavery. You can look at that going back to Joseph. It was the Arabs that came and grabbed him out of the ground. So the Arabs, they still got slaves over there. And they call us, I forgot the word in Arabic, but it means slave, man. All right, the Afro-Palestinians. Go ahead, brother.
And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine.
Right, so they gave, musket guns and wine. We know about that. So, all right, so they sold us for filthy lucre and for money. All right.
Go ahead, end it. We started.
Right after this part. Go ahead, brother.
That they might drink. Yet, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine?
Right, so all those African nations, Tyre, Zidon, those Africans, we're not African. See that? Those Hamite nations. And what he said, and all the what?
Coast of Palestine.
And all the coast of Palestine. What have you to do with God? God ain't dealing with you. Over there in Gaza in our land. All right. That land belonged to Manasseh. That land belonged to Judah. All right, go ahead. Recompense.
Come on. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine?
Yep.
Will ye render me a recompense?
Yep.
And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense unto your own head.
I cut the same title, part 2.
Okay, yeah, come. Right, so he's gonna return it upon their own head. All right, so that's right, man. So there's nothing they can repay for what they did to our people, man. But to them, they sweep it under the rug. It's not happening. They don't care about what's happening today. Well, we're being oppressed because of their decisions thousands of years ago. We're over here in slavery still, and they're rich off of America's dollar.
And because if we weren't still over here in slavery, in our righteous, and we were in our righteous land, it wouldn't be no fight over there. They wouldn't be arguing.
That's right, they fighting over something that's not theirs.
That's not theirs.
That's right. All right. Go ahead, brother. Then we go ahead and cut it off. Switch it over.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 28. Behold, in horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all that which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the woods, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Syrians. Going into that World War III, and the Carmanians being Iranians, modern day Iran. I had Apostle Hart just went into a lesson on it, yesterday, I believe. But long story, but basically what I'm trying to say is that, backing up Joel chapter 3, that it's going to be a war in the Middle East, that whole area.
Right. All right, let's end it on that. Switch it over real quick.
All right, I don't know. Can't see it.
Hey, we're going to have to switch cameras, man, because this battery going out. So we're going to switch this out. Go ahead and set that one up. Hey, what's up, brother? Peace, man. So long. That's right, man.
So he who is toothless is not stupid. Carry away there. My bad.
I don't know if I can cut this one off.